Feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Get on up. It's podcast time.
That's really good. That's really. I hope it didn't get cut off at the very, very beginning.
That would suck.
It would, because you're just like the rhyme.
Eel the rhythm.
Eel the rhyme.
Eel the rhythm. Eel the rhyme. Welcome to Two Tunes Podcast. Turn off your notifications, Bo.
God, shut your mouth. Here, check this out.
What? Cool. Turn that off.
Oh, that was me asking my phone to beep. And it goes ding, 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 ding. Welcome to Two Tunes Podcast. I'm Bo.
I'm Brandon.
And this is Two Tunes Podcast,
Yes.
where we talk about two tunes.
And other stuff sometimes.
And a lot of other stuff.
I don't know if I have anything else to talk about.
Yeah, like off mic, we were talking about indoor marching band, indoor guard.
Indoor garden, indoor drumline.
And
that's something I wish, something like a skill I wish I had.
Twirling?
Like good, but like flag, not baton stuff. But like I wish I could like do color guard stuff.
Okay.
What I really want to be able to do, this is like no
What
joke.
you really, really want?
Yeah, what I actually genuinely want to be able to do is, I don't know if you've ever seen, I don't know how much you spend time around like marching bands and color guards and different things, but like when they have flags, they have rifles, they have sabers. Sometimes I'll just see
Sabers.
them just like with the rifle, just doing this like one-handed like thing where they just kind of like spin it around like on one hand, like just and like absent-mindedly.
Yeah,
that's the skill I want to be able to have is to just be able to walk around and absent-mindedly like spin a rifle on one hand. They did teach me how to do it one day, and I was like, I could do it like once, kind of. Yeah. Like every third time, I could kind of get it and it would look okay. But I'm like, no. But I want to just be able to like do it, and also I don't want to put in the work. I just want to be able to do it.
Yeah. Well, okay. So you don't want to practice. You just want it to
instant gratification, Bo. It's 2023. I should just be able to have what I want right now, and not have to put any work in for it.
That sounds like entitlement.
Hashtag people that we teach. Some of them.
Blessed.
And many adults.
What have you been doing?
Not a lot since we recorded last.
This is super old since this is Valentine's Day, I think.
Oh, word.
I think this episode is Valentine's
Day. To love.
I watched The Circle, which came out like in December. Nice. But I finally finished it, almost. I'm on the last episode. Got to see who wins. My daughter finished it, and she's like, I know who wins. It's a girl.
Was that the dating thing?
No, The Circle is like they get like 8 people and they put them in hotel rooms. Kind of like they're not real. Like it's a building and there's rooms.
This was like a thing like in 2020, right? Like when this first came out or something.
Yeah.
Okay, and this is like a new season.
This 4th or 5th season.
Oh, okay.
It's a good show. But they communicate with each other through their own social media called The Circle, right?
Oh, okay. And they don't know who they are.
They don't,
right.
And they don't even know if they're real.
Oh.
So it's like they could be themselves. Mm-hmm. They could be themselves, but a little bit twisted.
Sure.
Like this one guy was a chemist, and then instead he pretended he was a bodybuilder, which he was jacked. Mm-hmm. And then other people will go in as one person and completely different. Like, oh, that's my daughter, or I'm going in as my wife, or I'm going in as my husband, or going in as my sister, or the random person on the internet.
Sure.
And then they've been thrown in like weird things. They had 2 of the Spice Girls on the last season.
Which ones?
Scary Spice and Baby Spice.
Okay. You said the giant crush on Baby Spice.
Okay.
Emma Bunting, I'm pretty sure is her name.
I wouldn't know. I don't know any of them. Their names, like maybe Mel. Isn't there 2 Mels?
Mel B and Mel C. Mel B is Scary Spice. Mel C is Sporty Spice.
Yeah.
Ginger Spice was Jerry Halliwell, and then Victoria, now Beckham, was Posh Spice.
Yeah.
I don't know why I know all this.
You're a big Spice Girls fan.
Apparently.
That's why today's episode
is Spice Girls episode.
You brought some spice. The spice must flow. But I watched that. I'm not done yet. It's a weird, interesting show.
Yeah.
Where people like get mad at each other and they're like, this is a game. And like there's this thing in this season, excuse me. There was a hacker, right? And like, it was basically like, you have the ability for X amount of time to be anyone you want and talk to anyone who you want through their profile.
Mm-hmm.
So they chose somebody, and then like everyone got like real mad. I'm just like, why? It's a game.
Yeah.
If you would have gotten that, you would have done something similar. And it's like, why? Like, you would have had to. It's like, you can't be like, you got this ability. And it's like, yeah, I'm not going to do it.
Right.
It's like, yeah, you would. You would totally do it and try to work it into your favor. And
it's like the sports fan, like when that jerk of a player who's really good, but he's a jerk, is on the other team, you hate him. Yeah. But then when he's on your team, you're like, well,
well, he's only a jerk when he played for the Giants.
Yeah.
Or pick X team.
Yeah. No, but that happens all the time.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It's like, it's a game. But like they're like, they're mad. And it's like, why would you ever do that? And it's like, because it's a game. And why would you use reverse? It's like, because it was the card I could play at the time, and it's Uno.
Yeah. It's advantageous to me.
Yeah. Everybody should go watch it. It's the only like reality, quote unquote, TV that I watch.
So what show was it? Love is Blind, I guess.
Okay.
Is that the one where like they date but they don't get to see each other?
I don't know.
I think that's what that is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Like the guys are like on one side of the thing and the girls on the other side of the thing, and like they can talk to each other in these rooms, and like they can only hear each other's voices and whatever, and then they have to like pick without seeing each other. But I was like, I'm not into those shows, whatever. And then when last April, I shared a hotel with John at our one colleague at PMEA Festival, and or the conference, and we were just like watching stuff like he like hooked up his Netflix to like the hotel TV, and we were just like watching stuff, and he was like, I've been watching like the Love is Blind like Brazil edition or whatever. He's like, do you mind if I put it on? I'm like, no, that's fine, like whatever. It was just like on my phone.
And then you got into it.
Absorbed. And it wasn't even like episode 1. It was like the 5th or 6th episode in, and I was like in it. I was like, man, these producers, they do really well.
Yeah.
And he was like kind of catching me up. He's like, yeah, this guy's this and this chick's this and whatever. And I was like, okay. And then I was like, how dare she? Paolo is a saint. What are you doing?
John was probably
It was also terribly dubbed also. It was like really poorly dubbed.
Okay, because it's in Brazil.
So it was in English and stuff, but it was like, just even like there was no emotion behind what they were saying. I'm like, you got to get better voice actors, Netflix. Come on.
Yeah. We talked about like dubbing and subbing and stuff like that a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And there's this show. There's 2 shows actually. Dark
and 1899.
And 1899, which
1899 just got canceled.
Yeah, which is like
I like weirdly know about this stuff because I talk about it on the Weekly Planet.
Yeah, but some people on the internet is like, you didn't give him a chance, and it's like, yeah, they did. They gave him Dark, and guess what? They got another show out of it, and it didn't do as well. So they're not going to give you another season.
Right.
The thing with it is, which is I think it's a really, really, really cool idea, is they have all the actors speaking in their native language. It's a very multicultural.
Because it's a German show, technically.
You don't it's filmed here, and it's like I'm talking about 1899, not Dark. Okay. I don't know where
Dark I think is German.
Yeah,
for whatever that's worth.
So if you watch,
I haven't seen either of these yet. By the way,
I'm not gonna ruin anything.
You always do.
I do. Do I?
It's kinda.
Okay.
You're like, I'm just gonna give you like so much information. I'm just not gonna give you like the character's name, and I'm like,
well, I don't even know any of the characters' name. It's a really cool show. Sure. 1899. It was really cool, and I do wish it would have gotten. It
was like a prequel show, I'm assuming.
No.
Okay.
It was all by itself.
Oh, so it's not related to Dark? It's just like from the people of Dark?
It's made by the same people.
Okay. Because in my head, I'm thinking it's like a Yellowstone situation.
Oh, no. Oh.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So they have Yellowstone, and then they have like Yellowstone 1863 and 19 something, or there's a new one.
23.
Yeah, whatever.
With Harrison Ford.
I haven't watched either of those.
And Helen Mirren. The prequel shows of those are better than, my opinion.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't really care, but I'd still watch it. Yeah. Because it is a good show. It's just, I think the older shows are the Western versions.
Yeah.
And this is like a modern day Western. It's like, no, just give me like an old school Western.
Yeah. Anyway, so 1899.
So 1899. And this is all about production stuff. So I watched it because told you before, that like I don't do subtitles well because for me personally, it takes away.
I'll watch TV to read.
It's not that.
I'm not a nerd.
The words down there are for a reason.
Yeah.
They are for a reason.
Yes.
They're distracting for me.
Sure.
Anyway, so I watched the dub version.
Mm-hmm.
All of the actors can speak English, but they were speaking in their native language because they wanted them to. They just wanted them to.
Yeah.
They're
well,
like,
because you can speak better. Like, you can
act
emote
better.
and act better and whatever. Yeah. Because
Yes.
you don't have that extra layer of.
Yeah. So they're all speaking in their native language. So, like, even when, like, if you spoke German and I spoke Spanish, we would have a conversation. You would be speaking one language and I would be speaking the other language.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do they really know what they're saying? Like the characters? Because they are interacting. They're not like, I don't understand what you're saying. But then the dub isn't good. Like, there's no emotion in the dub.
Yeah.
But these people can speak English.
Yeah.
So why don't you just like have them do the overdub instead of getting somebody else to do it?
Probably because their preferred method of you watching it is with the subtitles.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think that's kind of always the thing.
It did not ruin it for me.
Yeah.
It's a little bit weird because like the lips don't line up sometimes. Because sometimes like, well, that character is American, so they're going to speak English.
Sure.
And that actor is Chinese, so they're going to speak that language.
Can I tell you something real quick?
Go for it.
Because otherwise my brain's going to explode. I don't know if your brain does this thing, but like you say one thing. So we were just saying about subtitles and overdubbing and whatever. And then my brain went to one thing and then another thing and then another thing.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to walk you through that path real quick because otherwise it's not going to make sense.
Yeah. I think about how did I get to this point in my brain? Like if I'm thinking of this thing. How did I get here?
Yeah. I know how I got there. So let me give you the end point first and then I'll walk you back. So the end point, the thing I wanted to say was I forgot your gift. Remember I said a while ago, I was I have a gift for you.
Yeah.
And I keep forgetting to bring it.
Okay.
So that's the end point.
Okay.
Is that I forgot about your gift.
Okay, thank you.
Let me back that up for you though. We were talking about this situation, subs and dubs and whatever. My brain went to that Patrick Williams video about RRR.
Yeah.
And he talks about like not only should you watch it with subs, but you should watch it in this particular language because they filmed it in two languages. So watch it in that one because that's like the original.
Yeah.
And then my brain went to, I got that Night of the Coconut soundtrack on vinyl the other day.
Did you give me the Night of the
No, I didn't get you that. I didn't spend like $56 on you. Sorry. And then
I just got you the coconut. Did you give me the coconut?
No.
The plushie?
No, those are sold out.
The plushie
and
Charles?
then so I went to that, and then like another record I got to this other thing. So it is a record that I got you.
Oh, okay.
I got us each the same thing, but but that's where my brain went.
Gotcha.
Was through all those things.
I mean, all that makes sense.
All just to remember that I did not bring that again.
Yeah.
And I'm mad about it. So
the 6 degrees of your brain.
Yeah. But that happens all the time, dude.
Yeah.
And like so much so, and like so far out sometimes that I feel that I have to explain it. Like, okay, here's how I got there.
Yeah. No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Step by step. So we're here to talk about two tunes.
We are.
You're
speaking of records, by the way.
Yes.
Sammy Ray finally released vinyl.
Yeah.
And I got it. It's their first 2 EPs on a thing, and I'm so excited. I could not order that fast enough.
Yeah.
And I got the autographed one.
I saw.
I'm excited.
Or no, I just saw what you posted. That wasn't the actual copy, but you did say I didn't run.
Yeah, it doesn't come till like May.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't smash that order button fast enough.
Okay, so we're here to talk about two tunes.
We are.
Tune 1 is you.
Is me.
With that girl from My Carly.
So here's the thing. So yes, the band is Carly Cosgrove. I love this album a whole lot. And I don't know why it's taken me so long to bring it to the podcast.
Well, there's 2 other songs that I mentioned to you, or 2 other artists that I mentioned
to you.
I know,
but I had already had this like ready. Like I've been sitting on this band since like July for no reason.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why other things have popped up like more recently, whatever. And so I found these folks because I think it was like around July. I was looking at an article on Brooklyn Vegan that was like top 10 emo punk releases of 2022 so far, or whatever.
Yeah.
One of them was Prince Daddy and the Hyena, and I think we had like just recently talked about them.
Okay.
So that was like one part of it. I was like, oh yeah, cool. Like, yeah, Bo just like talked about these guys and whatever. And then I was just like scrolling down through, and I didn't listen to all 10 groups. I kind of like read the descriptions of them,
Yeah.
of like what they were talking about with these albums, and then like
If it popped out.
yeah, and first of all, the name Carly Cosgrove like popped out at me. I was like, oh, that's clever, like iCarly and Miranda Cosgrove, like that's funny. But then like them describing their sound and their album, I was like, okay, I'll go check that out. And there was like 2 others that I listened to, and they just didn't quite grab me as much. But I really, really liked this album, and I've been like, it's an album that I kind of keep coming back to.
Yeah.
Like, and just I can just listen to it. I also had trouble picking which song to play because I like them all.
Cool.
And there's like different elements and different things. This was the first track, so it just felt kind of like it introduces the album and also the band really well. And so then last night, I knew they were from Philly, and I've seen like, oh, they played a show with like Sweet Pill and like they, some other stuff. So I'm like, sure, there's probably like a Church Girls connection and some other stuff, just like that Philly scene. But last night I was like actually trying to do some decent research, and I find this article, and the title of the article says Nickelodeon themed emo band Carly Cosgrove debuts full length album in Philly. And I was like, well, that's kind of reductive, just calling them Nickelodeon themed, like, okay, the name is that.
Yeah.
But then what I didn't realize until I'm reading this is that every song title is a reference to either iCarly or Drake and Josh, because Miranda Cosgrove was also on that show.
So yes, they are a Nickelodeon thing.
Sort of, yes.
Not just their band
But
name.
here's the thing. The songs are not
Yeah.
that. They're not like writing iCarly themed songs. They're writing like, mature sounding, like deep lyrics and emo stuff and whatever, but like just the song titles are that. Also, they are aware, as are many people aware, that Dan Schneider, the creator of both of those shows, sucks real hard as a human being. And so actually it says the first thing on their Bandcamp profile is fuck Dan Schneider. So in case you were wondering, they also realize how terrible he is. But yeah, so it does make for some like silly song titles, like Really Big Shrimp and like even Sit and Bounce. This first one, like they don't necessarily have much to do with exactly what the song is about, but yeah, they're really, really great. This is their debut album. It came out last March, so March of 2022. Like I said, I really, really dig it. My favorite song is probably the title track, See You in Chemistry.
Okay.
It's like 8 minutes long.
Ooh.
So like people go listen to it, but like for a podcast where we're going to like talk over and whatever, or like have it play for that long, like I didn't think it was, but it's a really, like, it kind of shows like all their sides and stuff in this 8 minute kind of epic thing. So, they got some mathy stuff. They're emo, they're punk. To me, I get vibes of actually like the Starting Line from like some of their like later albums. Certainly in like some of his vocal delivery and stuff, but they're 3-piece. Kind of cool female bass player.
Cool.
So yeah, should we give a listen?
Yeah. Do the mushroom dance.
I made it work this summer. I got out of my own way. Neglected what was hectic to respect my day-to-day.
I like his voice a lot too, because like he can kind of do some different stuff. Like I think it's the next track or whatever starts with him just like yelling, like scream singing kind
Gotcha.
of thing, and he can do that really well. And then he can sing.
Yeah.
And then he can also do that kind of like "Nah, nah, nah," like he does later in the song, where it's like that kind of yell sing. Like,
Yeah.
Tracing my tail around.
So you know the TikTok videos where they'll like take a clip of some show,
favorite thing-
and then
just the Midwest emo.
yeah, and then
intro.
and add.
It's
yeah.
my favorite thing. A buddy of mine just sent me one on Instagram actually.
But like
but I was like, dude, this is my favorite thing on the internet.
a
is
lot of
these.
a lot of people will do Drake and Josh.
Oh yeah, because
I've
they'll
seen
have
that
those
a-
like sort of like dramatic kind of like yeah.
It's like you just had to tell me that you were going, and then I wouldn't be mad, and blah blah blah, and then so like this just like it's even more ingrained to be like I'm visualizing
Yeah.
one of those
Sure.
things.
Do you know what my favorite one of those is? Can you pause for a second? I don't
No.
ruin this song by talking about this terrible thing. I don't even know what you would search to find it. It's these like two girls like arguing on the street.
Oh,
They're like yelling at each other.
Yes,
the
I
one's
know
like, I don't remember the exact thing that she says, but
It was a
she's
joke.
Like, she's like, I just had sex with him as a joke or something, and the other one's like, it was my dad.
yes.
Like, oh my god.
I have seen that
horrible.
one.
But then the guy just sits down with the guitar and like, oh my god.
But did you see the one with? Did you send me the one with the scorpion? Was that?
Oh yeah, I did.
similar?
The guy who's like going to the bathroom and a scorpion fell in his head or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Back to the song.
That one goes for a while too because he's just yelling.
I was pooping.
I didn't even finish. Oh man.
Sorry to ruin the song for everybody at home.
By the way, these guys are going on tour with the Wonder Years. Like soon.
Oh,
like
well,
I want to try to go see them actually.
There's our connection then.
Yeah.
Did you go see the Wonder Years yet?
Yeah, I saw them in the fall.
Okay. We'll talk about that in a bit.
We talked about it because I'm pretty sure I played them.
Oh yeah.
Was the point if I'm the same? Did I entertain delusion and go back the way I came? Is growth reserved for sitcoms? People who pretend
That
On the left side.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a weird sound.
Yeah.
And I think it's the only time that it happens.
just beyond repair.
I mean, it's just a guitar,
Yeah.
but like it's just weird.
I've got this neighbor. He's so
I love that drum line.
Yeah.
so stubborn. He doesn't
And then
I've been
gone.
Yeah.
Not
Yep.
in the song ever again.
going nowhere.
Which is great. Like when they introduce one thing, and they show it, and they're like, "Look how great this is." It's
Yeah.
like, "Yep, well, you don't need to see it again."
Yeah.
This excuse
Yeah, I got to look at those dates again for that Wonder Years tour because, like, I really like the Wonder Years now. Like, I enjoyed them in concert, like, and when I saw them in the fall. But also, I'm like really excited to see these guys.
Don't go, don't go back. Don't take the piece of me. I've got this neighbor. He's so bolder. He's so stubborn.
They do that. Can you go back like 10 seconds or so? They do that thing too sometimes. I don't know. Like, I would call it sort of like playing over the bar line.
Okay.
Like if I was talking about it in terms of like soloing and like a jazz thing or whatever, but it's like, okay, we should, this thing should be like 4 beats because we have 4 beats to the measure or whatever, but like it actually goes 5 beats or like 6 beats or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they kind of do that like underneath like what he's singing, da boom beat da boom ba. Like it kind of it could be done in whatever amount of time it should be done, but they just extend it just a little bit. It's kind of cool.
Go back. Don't take the piece of me. I've got this neighbor. He's so bolder.
That just, but they do it just kind of keeps going, which is cool. They do that in some other songs too. They'll like mess with the phrasing a little bit, even though like the time and the form still fits.
Yeah. It does that at least twice.
Yeah.
Probably the third time. Yeah. It's just the riff now.
Yeah.
It's in the guitars.
It's still big to be the bolder. When I don't see him, I think I do.
Yeah, I really like this album a lot. I've gone back. They have like an EP from like 2019 or something too that I listened to, which is good. But yeah, I've just been really into this. Like I said, I don't know why I've been sitting on it for so long.
Yeah.
I do know at one point, like there were several points I kept wanting to bring it, but if folks listen or you remember from like a while back, I was like, I feel like I'm playing like the same kind of music
Yeah.
every episode. And so like I deliberately didn't play them then, but yeah, I just really, really dig them a lot. Like I said, I hope I get to see them either on this tour or something else coming up. So
I don't think you're seeing them on this tour.
no.
February 17th
Oh,
in Richmond, Virginia.
is that the closest?
Yeah.
No, Philly, DC.
Not that I see, unless it's like the end of the tour.
Yeah.
Albany in March 18th.
Albany, New York.
With Hot Mulligan.
Yeah.
The Hum Goes On Forever tour.
Yeah. The second one, because that was what they did in the fall too.
Unless these are past dates, and I don't know.
No, because it's with Carly Cosgrove and Hot Mulligan. That's the tour. So I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, Richmond, Virginia.
I think
is the
I had seen
closest.
that though too when they announced. I was like, oh, I don't think there's anything real close. Yeah, Richmond's not close at all. Go see a flying Squirrels game. What's their baseball team?
There you go.
Yeah, but yeah, I dig Carly Cosgrove. Hey, they're from Philly though, so theoretically they're playing in Philly at some point. I can go see them.
This band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's what I was saying. Like, I want to see the Wonder Years, of course. They're the headliners, but like, I really want to see Carly Cosgrove. So if that means I guess I got to go a Wonder Years show, okay. It's like that Blink-182 tour that's happening.
Mm-hmm.
I like Blink, and I've seen them live a few times.
Too expensive.
Well, for sure. But you know who I'm most excited to see on that tour is Turnstile.
Oh, people are like, they're going to blow up. You better go see them now because they're going to
Yeah.
be playing stadiums now.
Yeah, I don't know if that they're going to get there, but I think they're going to get a real come up.
You want to go
I was
see
going to say
them, Queen?
comeuppance, but comeuppance is a different thing. But they're going to blow up, I think.
Yes.
On this tour for sure. Yeah.
You could go see them in New York on March 24th.
New York City.
Huntington.
There's an
New
old
York,
reference.
at the Paramount, or in Delaware. They're playing 2 nights in Delaware.
Yo, let's go to Delaware. That's basically a home show. For
It's
them.
a Saturday and Sunday.
Let's go.
So it's probably already sold out
probably.
if it's a home show for the Wonder Years.
I mean, I'm just saying because like Delaware is right next to
Yeah.
Philadelphia.
I mean, seriously, I would, if I was really into it, I would drive to Albany. I would drive to Columbus,
same.
Ohio.
Yeah,
I would not drive to Toronto, Connecticut.
I would drive to Toronto just to go to Toronto.
I would fly. It's on a Monday.
The Richmond show, low ticks. Chicago sold out. Other things.
Anyways, speaking of bands that toured with the Wonder Years,
I don't see Delaware on here, bro.
DE. It's at the end.
I'm aware what DE. Oh, Wilmington sold out both shows.
There you go.
That's why I didn't see it because it was sold out. Word. Okay.
So my band, Fireworks, put out a new record.
Dude.
Yeah. Did you see them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about this
Did we?
because I talked about going to see this show, and I was like, because I played Max Seal. Remember, I played the Wonder Years, and then I think
Yeah.
I went to see the Wonder Years.
Yeah.
And then right after that show, I played the band Max Seal, who was
Okay.
like the opener.
Yeah.
And then
Fireworks.
Fireworks was like direct support.
Gotcha.
And I was like, "Do you know this band?" And you're like, "Nope."
I didn't.
They're pretty cool. My one issue with them was that the vocals were way too low in the mix.
Okay.
I could not get the singer at all. That show was not mixed well in general.
Yeah.
Max Seal sounded pretty good, but also there was like nobody there, and I could be like pretty much right up front. By the time, like, I think there were plenty of people there to see Fireworks.
Yeah, yeah.
And also, I got a sense that they like hadn't been a band in a while.
Yes.
Okay, you're probably going to talk about this, but
I got the
so many people
stuff.
like knew all their stuff and like were stoked to see them as much as the Wonder Years.
And this was when did you go see them?
Baltimore in the fall, October, I want to say.
So October 2022.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is like, these are warm-up shows for this release because this release was released on January 1st.
Okay,
So, like-
I'm sure they mentioned that.
Yeah.
That, hey, we got a new album.
Maybe. I think this was a surprise release.
Okay, fair enough.
Because January 1st was a Sunday.
Oh, true.
I
Okay.
think they're just like...
But they might have
just
been
put it
saying
out.
like, "Hey, we got new music coming" or whatever. So
Yeah.
again, I liked them
Mm-hmm.
for never having heard them before. Not
They're a interesting band. Like I need to read more into them because there's like one line in one of the songs or on this record that is called "Higher Lonely Power."
okay.
That I think it's like questioning their faith.
Sure.
The whole album I think is that. And then there's a couple lines where if you read it as they are still in this world, then it's like that's not cool. But if it's like these are the reasons that I'm leaving that world, then it's like obviously.
So you think they're a Christian band? Is what you're saying?
I don't think they're a Christian band. I think that the lead singer is questioning their faith
Sure.
about Christianity.
Okay, fair enough.
Because there's a lot of religious
Undertones, overtones, hunter tones. That's a horn
crap,
band.
what is now I'm thinking like harmonics.
Harmonics. Yes.
Yes. Because one of their albums is called Gospel. But this album, it's interesting. I listened to it because lead singer syndrome, and this year I want to listen to as much new music as I can. And like so I'm like looking at like what came out this Friday, and then I'll listen to whatever.
Yeah.
And this was one of the things that like I missed because it came out on a Sunday. It didn't
Right.
come out on a Friday. So I was like 2 weeks late to it. And this is a month late.
Yeah.
No, we're talking about it.
Speaking of that, by the way, as of this past Friday, as we record, Lil Yachty just released a new album.
Okay.
I don't listen to Lil Yachty.
Is
I'm
it
sure
rock?
I've heard of some. No, but it's like I've seen a bunch of people. Like I saw like Questlove post about it, like rave about it, and like it's a total departure and blah blah blah. And so like I started listening to it, and I was like, "This is pretty dope. I like this." So I'm gonna listen to more, and I'll get back
I
to it.
think I saw
about
it.
it.
Is it rock-ish? The reason I say that
not
is
the first like 2.5 tracks that I listened to.
I looked at like new music in the rock category of Apple Music, and I saw a name that I did not recognize as
A rock.
a rock,
Yeah.
like more like that looks like it's not a rock person. That looks like something else. Anyways, back to Fireworks. Yeah, the album's really good. This is the weird one, and then I listened to it again. Like I listened to it all the way through, and apparently I forgot that I listened to it.
Okay.
And then I listened to it again, and then this song came on. I'm like, this sounds familiar, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's this thing. It's
Yeah,
like because there's a part in this song that's like really
Yeah.
amazing in my opinion as far as like production wise. I kind of wish they did more of the thing that we'll talk about, but
Yeah.
they only do it twice, which is in the previous song. It's like they only do this drum part once and then they leave it, and it's like makes you want to go back and listen to it
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
So the song name is Machines Kept You Alive, which all their song names are pretty interesting as far as those names. Let me look here for a second. The album cover is just a picture. There's no font on it. God Approved Insurance Plan. I Want to Start a Religion with You. Goodnight Tomb. Megachurch. Funeral Plant.
Yeah. This is totally
Jerking Off the Sky.
funeral plant.
Funeral Plant. I don't know if it's like a
Interesting.
like we're
Like
we're just pumping out.
Manufacturing funerals.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Blood in the Milk. Veins in David's Hand.
Okay.
Estate Sale. Woods 2.
Oh. Still Woodsin.
Electric Woods.
Electric Woodsloo.
And How Did It Used to Be So Easy? If you go in and being like thinking, oh, this is
Yeah.
a
Crisis of Faith.
yes,
album. Yeah.
where like all those.
Boy, what a good band name. Crisis of Faith.
What is that
Hang on. Somebody's got that.
yes. Anyway, so here's this song doesn't have like any lyrics whatsoever. It's like a lot of instrumental up front, and then it just hits you.
You know, okay, hang on a second. You know what comes up when you type in Crisis of Faith?
What comes up?
An album by Billy Talent. And
Okay.
Then, and then the second thing is Anti-Flag.
Okay, cool.
So
here's Machines Kept You Alive. Turn it up real loud in your speakers, kids. It's super quiet the whole way through. Hook.
it's just so nice.
Yeah. The whole album isn't like
Yeah.
this or the other side of this.
Where is this in the album?
Right in the middle.
Feels like a good middle track opening at least.
Lyrics.
Stare into the sun in the dust floating through a God-shaped hole in me. Stare into the sun is my baptism in a way. Love the pain to love what it does to you. Who knew life could be this good?
And then opens and close. Open. Close halfway. Calms you down, hits you over the head, and
This is a cool track.
Yeah, I really dig it. Especially with so the way that we're listening to is not the best way to listen to it. Like, listen to it in headphones, turned up to 10. Brace yourself, because there's a compressor on here, so it's like hitting all those high stuff. It's just like smashing it down, because of how we run things over here. But it sounds a lot better in its natural environment.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah, I enjoyed them. I not enough to like go
be like, I need to listen to that.
Yeah.
Like the other two or the other one band, I guess.
And partially, like I said, the mix was just not great at that show overall. Like even the Wonder Years had some like mix issues. But yeah, lots of people dug them, so I can see why.
Well, as you had said, well, I said too, they kind of broke up for 4 years, 2015 to 2019, and then came back. But it was on November 8th, 2019, Fireworks posted on Twitter for the first time in over 2 years with a link of Higher Lonely Power. So yeah, they had worked on it, and it was to be released in 2020. But you know that thing that happened. It was released in 2023.
Gotcha.
But then it would be coming out later in 2022 with it eventually. Yeah. Okay. Go read Wikipedia.
Sort of speaking of the one, well, we had sort of been mentioning the Wonder Years. They, I'll say recently, within like a month or so, maybe 2 at this point, they released this like extended version of this one tune off of The Hum Goes On Forever.
I think I know. I think I listened to it.
Yeah, it's great. Like it's a good song on its own, and then the extended version is cool. But it was only previously available on if you got the vinyl version of the album as a 7-inch.
Oh,
like it came with that. That was the only way you could listen to it before. But when I got that album, it came with like a little sleeve for the 7-inch, and I was like, oh, cool. And then I'm like, where's the 7-inch? And I'm like digging through the thing, and I'm like, because I was putting it in like putting the records in like the protective sleeve and all that stuff, and like going through, and it's like got this great book, like with booklet thing with it. I'm like, where the heck is this? I'm like, do I have to call these guys and be like, hey, where's the 7-inch or whatever? And then it's like built into the case, like into the not the case, but like the record, like the, what am I looking at? Cannot think of words.
I don't know.
The like outer sleeve, like the cardboard part that you, whatever. What's the word I'm looking for?
Cardboard part, the packaging. The sleeve?
I guess outer sleeve, right? Outer sleeve, inner sleeve. I guess that's what I'm looking for. But it's like built into that. There's like a thing. And it's like behind the booklet. It's like in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was like, where the hell's this tape record? But that's where it is for those that bought it.
It's like the 7-inch from that one record from Stevie Wonder. Yeah.
Yeah. Which I had to buy separate because it didn't come with the one that I got.
Did you buy it used?
Yeah.
Because they took it out. And then they didn't have it when they sold it.
Yeah.
I have both. I didn't have to buy them. I got it from my mom.
Nice.
Get it from the original source.
Yeah.
First owner.
That has Saturn on it, which is the tune that I analyzed in that class we took.
Yeah.
So
that was a good class.
That was a good class. Oh, can I talk about some dumb stuff? Sure. Silly stuff. So I'm applying it to grad school.
Oh, yeah.
As of recording, I don't know if I'm in yet. We were recording this on January 29th, so I don't know if I'm in yet. But you know, grad school stuff, like you got to put in like all this info, you got to like write some essays and different things and whatever, get recommendations, and then you have to like submit your transcripts, right? All pretty boilerplate stuff. So I go
boilerplate.
Boilerplate, yeah.
Okay.
It's a term. I don't know the origin of that term, but
Never
just
heard
like
that
just
before.
means like real, like the standard stuff.
Okay.
Basically. So I submit my transcript, or I go to like submit my transcript request to Mansfield because like that's where my undergraduate's degree from. I go to Southwestern Community College in Creston, Iowa, because that's where my other degree is from. Submit those, all good. Get my letters of recommendation, put my references, all that kind of stuff. And then I get this email from them, and it's like, hey, you're missing some stuff. I was like, oh, that's weird. Okay. And then I'm thinking maybe it's like my recommendations, right? Because that I put in the people, like I put in Dr. Lovell as like a academic reference, and I put in my head principal as like a professional reference because they want like one of each. I was like, oh, maybe it's just telling me like one of them didn't submit the thing yet. Like that's, I can just be like, hey, whenever you get around to it. So I go and I look, and it's like, yeah, we still need your transcripts from North Dakota State University. Like North Dakota State, like the Bison or whatever I think they are. I don't know. And I was like, oh, I did technically take a class through them once. There's this company called Learner's Edge. I don't even know if they're a thing anymore. You probably get mail from them that you just toss in the garbage because
It's usually like
it's like a
little magazine.
yeah, because what they do is they cultivate these like classes or whatever.
Yeah.
And you can take them.
Yeah.
There's so much money per credit and whatever. And then you have to like they, through partnerships that they have with varying degree granting institutions, you like pick their like, okay, this class, here's the like 8 universities you can like pick to get credit from or whatever. And so I'm pretty sure I picked them because I was like, oh, I've heard of them in like the Division III football championship or whatever. And like maybe through like college hockey or something.
Okay.
And so like I took one class with them, but I guess I don't know how the grad school thing works or whatever, but I guess somehow they must have like put my name in some search thing and it came up as like he attended North Dakota State University. So I had to like go to North Dakota State University. First of all, I had to go back through my emails and figure out when did I even take that class?
Yeah.
Because that's one of the things they ask you, like when did you attend here? And I was like, I was like 2014 or something.
Okay.
It was like one of the early grad classes I took. And so I had to pay. But theirs was the most expensive to like request the transcripts. It was like $10.
Oh, wow.
Where everybody else was like $5 or $6 or whatever, but theirs was like, so I had to do $10 plus whatever shipping fee for like this one class that I took, which is funny. But then I took that class at LVC. I've taken like 4 classes at LVC. I have like 12 credits of stuff from them.
Yeah.
And yet somehow that didn't pop up as like, we need your transcript. So I went on LVC's thing and like, which I also had to figure out what my login for that was because it's been like 7 years. So anyway,
Here's the funny part.
Did also then send my transcript from LVC to them.
Here's my LVC transcript right here.
Nice.
It's still sealed.
Nice.
I think, which means that it's official.
It's official. Yeah.
Which I think I totally opened this, but I think now it's
You
like,
did open it.
It's resealed.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's open. It's very much open. I can see that.
And then here's my Edinburgh transcripts.
Nice. But yeah, it just was funny because I was like, North Dakota State. I was like, oh yeah. But I'm also like, I think I took a couple classes through them through like Pacific Lutheran University also. So like, I don't know. I gotta get it figured out. I just would like to go to this program.
Yeah, I hope you get in, and I hope you enjoy it, and then I hope that it's so cool that I want to go do it. Or you're just like, dude, it's not good.
No, I'm sure it's amazing. I just don't know that it'll be up your alley.
Well,
but you're gonna do this other thing.
The what?
You're doing the other thing.
Yeah. I'm taking one class right now, and then once our contract is re-evaluated, I'm going to go do the modern band thing from LVC, and then take more classes from Vandercook.
Nice.
Because Vandercook, they got a lot of cool stuff. Like
Sweet.
the class that I'm taking, that's super easy because it's a book that I can do by myself, and I'm already like in chapter 5.
Nice.
So that means I'm in week 5 of the class.
Which is actually in week, what, 2, 3?
No, it'd be week. I think they're all removed 1, so chapter 5 is week 6.
Oh, okay.
I think it's that way. Either way, it'll be easy for me.
Cool.
But maybe difficult for other people. I don't know. I hope that, because I'm just like, yep, I know that. Yeah, that's all. So far.
Yeah.
So far. I know like the last couple chapters, and I'm like, I don't know any of this.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be like, oh my God, I don't know any of this. It's going to be like, ooh, cool, new information.
Yeah. Well,
Because,
that's how
like,
grad school should be a little bit. Like you
Yeah.
have background knowledge on the subject a little bit. So like, maybe that first bit of the theory class or the whatever class. In this case, for you, like recording engineering.
It's just how to use Logic Pro,
Sure.
which I've been using for the past 9 years.
Yeah. So yeah,
Every day.
you should understand.
So
It'd be like if I took a Sibelius class. I would learn plenty.
Oh yeah,
But
yeah.
there'd be a time when I'm like, yes, I know how to change the bar lines.
Yeah. I got my kids going into finale right now.
Okay.
I know you're anti-finale.
No, I'm not anti-finale.
You like Avid.
I like
You're an Avid
Sibelius
guy.
better.
Yeah.
I would probably like Dorico if I had the time to sit down with it and whatever. But
I'm relearning. I'm like, I know how to, because I haven't really touched it.
to me,
finale.
Finale is just not as user friendly. Like it's not as easy to figure stuff out.
Which is really weird
find
considering. Well, no, it. You know what? Apple needs to make. Basically, Logic needs to make like a Finale Sibelius type
Well,
thing.
Sibelius, I think like
They're Avid.
they are
They're owned by
Avid.
which does not make anything easy.
Right. But and there's things that like on their website and like other things that are annoying by them. But the product
Avid-
of Sibelius is good.
Yeah.
But like trying to like renew my because I do like a monthly membership or a subscription thing. Like trying to renew that is convoluted. When I get like a new credit card or whatever, like trying to figure out where that is convoluted, and like even sometimes when it doesn't update correctly is weird. So, but the product itself is good.
It's
But also Dorico's probably good because all the guys that left Avid started that.
what is it called?
Dorico, Dorico.
Okay,
That's like the new hotness of like notation software.
gotcha. I should really learn how to do it because like you can make a lot of money. Just like being a person who who
I would love to do that because I like
should.
doing that stuff, but I don't know who am I doing it for.
you should go on Fiverr.com.
Fiverr.
You get a whole bunch of spam saying, "Hey, can you list this house for me?"
Yeah,
I was like, "That's not what I do here."
Isn't Fiverr JGL's thing?
I don't.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Didn't he start that?
No. He started Hit Record.
Oh, that's like the
And-
voiceover thing.
No, it's just a collective of artists, we'll say, and then they made a TV show called Hit Record on TV or something like that.
Okay.
Which is it doesn't cost any money and you don't like get any money, but if something, because it's like a production company that anybody can join,
Okay.
and like if they decide to use your stuff, they will pay you for it. But it's like we're doing this thing and we need this type of person, and they'll go to the community and be like, oh, that's cool, we're going to use your stuff.
Okay.
Or if you're like, hey, I wrote this script, but I need an animator, and then there's an animator in the community.
Okay, I got you.
Or there's like, I need voiceover, so there's voice of people, and then like, oh, I need music, and there's
Yeah.
like anything trying to make.
Fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool and it's free. Doesn't cost anything. Just go join it.
Speaking of joining things, join the Discord.
Join the Discord
for this podcast.
There's a new I forget what they're called. It's not a group. Anyways, there's a new chat thingy. It's called Ticket of the Talk or something like that, and it's just where you can post stupid TikToks that the group might find.
Okay, so post all those like Midwest emo ones.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Get to it.
I think I was supposed to. At some point, I'm supposed to post a picture of my water bottle.
Yeah.
I don't remember what episode that was, so hopefully people say something about it.
It'll be Naomi.
Okay.
Naomi will Facebook message me. He's like, "Hey, where's this? I need to talk about it." And it's like, "Oh crap!" So then I have to go make the thing.
Nice.
So yeah, join the Discord.
Follow us on Facebook, Instagram.
Yeah.
Send us an email.
Subscribe.
twotunspodcast@gmail.com.
Subscribe to the podcast.
Ask us more questions. We haven't done the question and answer thing in a while.
Yeah.
You can ask them on the Discord as well, but I like that. Yeah.
All right. We'll see you next week.
All right. Bye.
No, bye.